rest of this process for this video, for the tasting, is gonna be all about CO2. Meaning, I'm not kegging this beer. Oh, I'm gonna purge everything with CO2. If you do hoppy beer, you don't have a kegerator, I'd still highly recommend getting a CO2 tank with a line in it that you can then purge everything with, because it's vital for hoppy beer. Well, all beer for that matter, but got my transfer pot here. A little purgy purge. I should do this at about 3 or 4 psi. Get a little blanket on there. I have a lid to close it down, lock it up. About 15 seconds or so should be good. Now, I don't do this very often, I need to do it more often, but I'm gonna purge the lines. I'm just gonna run, just close it up, run it all through my lines. I don't know how well that actually works, but it's definitely better than nothing. I mean, auction right now is probably getting right back in it again. Ideally, you do have a smaller siphoning tube here, but my 1 gallon one, or my 1 gallon jug is dirty. I mean, it has like goop all over, and I have to put PBW into it, and I don't want to do that right now. All right, now is the critical time, not to splash. Jason, don't splash. All right, I do not have a lot of beer. All right, now I'm gonna purge the headspace again. Alright, keep that lid on. Time to add the priming sugar. These bottles are sanitized. A little overkill here, but can't hurt, right? These, I never actually researched this, but these might need a little oxygen to re-ferment in the bottle. If you could do like this in a sealed environment, I don't know that they're actually completely bottle conditioned fully. I don't know. Research is needed on that. Don't look, but I only got 3 bottles, but just turn your head. It's fine. It's fine. Got a little extra out of it. Tasting. All right. It's been a while. This is the, let's see. Carbonation should be fine, I imagine. There it is. I think I'm over-carbonating my beer recently. I threw less priming sugar into this for this batch. We'll see if it worked. Carbonation on it isn't great. So I might underdone the sugar by a fraction, but it is carbonated. It's also super cloudy. So the aroma is a little diacetyl. Yeah, this was the very last beer I used USO5 on. So aside from that, I'm getting like stone fruit. That's like the biggest thing coming through on the nose. Like a really like, almost like plum. Maybe guava. Definitely some guava papaya going on. Definitely more fruity than anything. Thick, like the body is like real thick on this. The hop burst flavor on this is insane. It's like very fruity, kind of dank, like viscous. It's very viscous is the best way I can describe it. And resinous. I obviously had to throw a lot of hops into this to make it a single hopped IPA. But you know, I really want to see what Medusa did, so it's interesting. I think a bit overkill. I think some of the hops coming through, the dankness, the resinous, the over-the-topness of that within the flavor, I think was because of that. But if I did this again, I would try a clean bittering addition, something a hop, would use a hop shot or some neutral bittering addition hop, then just put a huge charge of the Medusa at the end. Yeah, it's okay. I don't love it. Now that could be because there's some diacetyl in there. It is because it is possible I overhopped it a little bit with the with the vegetal matter. And the haze could just feel like the polyphenols latching onto the proteins in the malt, creating more haze, which can happen with hazy IPAs. I also probably say the thickness, and there's also probably a little undercarbonated. It could be a little more of a bite in there. So I might let the bottles go for another week or two. This already went almost 2 weeks, but it could go a little longer. We'll see. With the biggest takeaway on this, I could see this being used in combination with something if you want a fruitiness to it, or you could do it by itself. But again, I would do an early bittering charge, then do a huge charge later on. The underlying tone of this is good, and the fruitiness is really coming through. A really cool hop. I can still drink this, and it's not like dumpable by any means. And I only have like 4 bottles anyway, so I will finish them. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. More videos coming at you. Stay tuned for more.